have you ever looked for a way to feel better? Have you considered IV therapy?
I have. I'm Jeremy Manwaring.
And I'm Jessica Cardon, and we are here at Valleywide IV Therapy. Bring on in, guys. Can we ask you a couple? Jake and Josh, can we ask you some questions?
You bet.
Tell us who you are.
I'm Jake, paramedic from Blackfoot Fire for 7 years. I now work in Star Valley as a critical care paramedic.
Josh, I worked at Fort Hall Fire EMS, started in 2006, switched over in 2014 to Blackfoot Fire, and been there ever since.
Okay, so what is IV therapy? So you guys are obviously in the medical field. What is this? What's Jeremy got going on here?
Oh, look at that. And I'm almost done. Oh, look at that.
He is done.
He is done.
So, and I'm feeling pretty good.
So tell us, while they're working on this, what is it?
The biggest benefits to IV therapy is you're putting your vitamins and minerals, your fluids, right back into your bloodstream. It's instant. It's not it's not oral. It doesn't take days to work.
So this is not any kind of medication?
Correct. This is vitamins, minerals. We do have a couple of medications in our reboot, which is following somebody that maybe went out on the town for the night or something, feeling a little hungover, and the next day we can add medications to that one.
Gotta go take a test.
Okay, I have a lot of questions about that right now. Before we get started, if they want to learn more, where do they go to find out information, book appointments? How does that work?
ValleywideIVtherapy.com. We can do that. We also have business cards. There's various flyers out.
Do you guys have social media?
Yes. Facebook, we're Valleywide IV Therapy on Facebook and Instagram.
Do they find all the information on ValleywideIVtherapy.com? Is that the best spot for information, or do they call?
We have, most of our information is on our website. We have information on Facebook as well, and I believe there's still some on Instagram. So.
Gotcha.
How far, and you go to my office, you'll go to my house. How far will you travel?
Inside the borders of Idaho. We're licensed
wow.
in the state of Idaho.
Okay.
Wow.
So if you're outside of the Snake River Valley, we would just set up a special trip via the phone call or something. But.
So Jeremy just finished a therapy. How long does this take, and how far will you drive for this therapy?
This therapy takes approximately 1 hour. You do it in a group. You can have 5 or 6 people together. It still is within that hour time frame. It'll take about a day that you'll start feeling effects on most of these, and it'll last up to a week.
Wow. So you'll go all the way to Pocatello or Island Park for them to do an hour therapy?
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
That's a great
Okay,
idea.
now let's talk about what we were talking about just a second before. So now, why does someone do this? Why would someone have an IV therapy?
We have all sorts of infusions. We have them for if women want to decrease wrinkles. We have an Inner Beauty. We have a lipomino injection for fat reduction. We have the Reboot infusion for post night out.
Post good time last night.
Post good time, yes. We have performance and recovery for maybe you've been up on the Snake River floating, maybe you've been out fishing, something like that, maybe into the gym, and you want to use that for recovery. It has amino acids, things like that are going to help you.
So I have a question about that, now that you say that. So if you have someone who's an athlete, who's training for something,
yes.
Would they work out, would they do this right before an event? Would that help them?
Or after the event.
Or is it just for after?
I would do it a few days prior to the event and then after the event. Replace all the water that you lost and minerals and vitamins and nutrients you lost during the event. So
Tell me more about the wrinkle.
The Inner Beauty.
Inner Beauty?
Okay, yep. It's got biotin in it. It's got, off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember everything in it, but I can't think of everything in it. But
it goes in the arm and fixes my wrinkles.
It's an IV that helps with Inner Beauty. It helps with your wrinkles. It helps with your mental status. It helps improve your
Overall?
attitude, mood.
So I don't have to do a cold
It's
plunge.
used-
I can just get one of these.
Yep. We also have one for called Alleviate for if you're in a bad mood. If it's females, I don't know how to PMS.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
We're
things
all
like
adults
that.
here.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Balances things out, huh?
Wow. So this can be.
I will attest to the
PMS?
The brain
sorry
fog.
about that.
The brain fog one. I did take that.
Brainstorm.
Our brainstorm infusion. I did take that personally. I was having a little trouble when I got out of the hospital. Couldn't remember things. Kind of had that brain fog that you get, kind of.
Yeah.
Ended up with that, and in the next day I was reading books again and back to 100%.
So like if you're nervous and you're about to take a big licensing exam, having that the day before maybe is been studying for 2 weeks and you're feeling a little mentally
Excellent.
tossed.
Yep, college students.
Wow.
You know, if they're cramming for exams, finals.
And it lasts
have a
week?
Have a brainstorm party.
Wow.
We also have the immune boost. It's an IV infusion with a tri-immune boost IM injection with it. That one is I've actually used myself. I was getting sick on a new job I was starting, and I couldn't miss any days. I thought, well, I may as well try what I'm selling, and did one myself. And that I did not get better, but it stopped it in its tracks, and I didn't get sick. And normally when I get sick, I go down.
Goes down.
So this is what everybody's thinking right now. How much is it going to cost? How much is it going to cost for us to get a
travel
IV
time?
therapy?
And I'm sitting in my house. You guys show up. It sounds amazing.
So our base IV is just a bag of saline. That's going to be $160. Myers Cocktail is our top selling, and it's a $280 infusion.
Gotcha.
We also offer one called NAD Plus, and it's a little higher end. It's given in a system of 7 to 14 days, and it's usually anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for that infusion.
Gotcha.
We do take FSA, medicals, flex spending, things like that.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's a great thing.
That is good to know.
Yeah. So on this, is everything on the website? If they're going to go check out everything that they want to know and find out everything that's out there, sounds really cool.
Go to the website. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email, info@valleywide-ivtherapy.com, or you can call the number that direct to me. So
it's fantastic. You guys, this is pretty cool. Is there anything we didn't talk about that we should know before we go? Besides, go to the website and check it out.
Man.
Don't try to do it yourself. This isn't a do-it-yourself.
Don't do it yourself.
Don't do yourself at home.
Yep. This is definitely, we have a medical director that approves these, gives us this scope of practice.
Yeah.
All our technicians.
We're paramedics and RNs only.
Okay.
We're very picky on our technicians. They've got to have a lot of experience starting IVs. You see why?
Oh yeah.
You have somebody inexperienced and everybody loses. So
Yeah, makes sense. Well, awesome. Thanks, you guys. This is fantastic. You guys, again, go to the website. It is valleywide-ivtherapy.com. Check it out. Go check out all the cool things that are going on. And Jeremy will give a little review here tomorrow how he feels on this.
I'm feeling it already.
That's awesome. All right, thanks, you guys.
Thanks.
All right, this has been Jessica Cardon.
Jeremy Manwaring.
We are your nosy neighbors with Murdock Manwaring Company, a real estate group at Keller Williams Realty East Idaho, keeping you in the know.
The Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
The Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
The Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
So the Nosy Neighbors keeping you in the know.
The Nosy Neighbors are going to keep you in the know.